Hey, what's going on, Trab? Welcome to my channel. So, it's going to be one of them little crazy matrix talks. So whatever comes out, just comes out, just go with it. What resonates, resonates. What doesn't, just leave it, right? So, don't know if anyone else is feeling this. Um, but right now, the energy is like literally so dark and heavy, right? And I've been speaking to a lot of people, and everyone is just literally like losing motivation, lost motivation, feeling depressed, suicidal, um, and kind of not, what's the word? Not really having much. People are kind of basically losing hope in a way. Um, from what I'm kind of getting, well, it's not what I'm kind of getting. What I'm kind of picking up is obviously the it's like kind of death and rebirth in it, right? So right now we are currently transitioning, right? I'm not gonna, yeah, got to be kind of careful how I word things. So we're kind of transitioning, right? Um, and the old is falling away, and then new is coming, right? Um, but it is for me personally, it just feels like since not 2020, 2020 was cool, um, was okay. I think the energy started getting really dark and heavy in like, I think it was say 23, right? Um, apart from the healing and processing stuff, that's been like, uh, yeah, everyone goes through healing and processing stuff, but so you're going to be going through ups and downs, right? But I'm not talking about the individual healing, right? I'm talking about the collective. Um, it's like for me personally, I haven't got nothing major triggering in my life at the moment, and um, I'm aware of my triggers and my traumas and stuff, right? So there isn't really no need for me to be feeling kind of, how should we say it, um, in this kind of rut, should we say, or feeling just unmotivated and um, yeah, just unmotivated, like literally just having no energy. Maybe it's the weather, right? Um, because it's cold. Um, yeah, it's cold and just depressing, right? But there's like things are getting more apparent that things are being more controlled and manipulated, right? Like I think it was only like a week ago, and literally it was hot. Like I was walking around and seeing people in like t-shirts and shorts and shit, right? I might have videoed it, can't remember. Um, so now it is like literally woolly hat weather, scarf, all of that. Um, and we're starting to see more and more things um happening collectively, right? Like I was talking to someone yesterday, and they was talking about you probably won't. There are a lot of things that are happening. You're not going to see in the news, right? Because they're only projecting what they want you to know, right? So, and remember, I keep saying to mind out the way because people are losing their shit. Yeah. Um, I think not. I think someone I was speaking to yesterday was talking about um in South London there was like some hostage situation or something like that. Um, or I don't know if it's still going on, but it's just like the amount of um, people getting stabbed and people just losing it, like fucking acting out of character and fucking yeah. Everyone seems to be just acting on their animal instincts, like in survival mode, literally in survival mode. So I think something is kind of, how should I say it, making us work on our root chakra, or something is triggering our root chakra, right? Because our root chakra is to do with survival and our basic, yeah, our basic survival needs: money, shelter, not money, food, shelter, and water is the mains, right, for survival, right? And right now, all of that is kind of being attacked in a way. Like people are struggling to buy food, the price of everything is high. Um, People are losing their homes and shit. People are losing their jobs. Um, and everything is just basically unstable and falling apart right now. And we're watching this in like real time. Yeah, that's probably the first time I said real time. I kind of like that saying. Um, like we're watching things that literally fall apart in front of our eyes, um, which can be very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. So, like, even with, like I was saying about uploading videos or motivation and stuff, obviously I like sharing the knowledge I get and um, the the knowledge I get and giving guidance when I can, giving readings and advice and stuff, right? But like I was saying, since it might have been maybe since last year, it's like I'm losing all motivation to do that, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. What it really feels like, yeah, is the energy. Well, this is actually a true story. The energy and life force is actually literally getting sucked out of us, right? Um, through so many sources, right? And I'll tell you the one of the main sources. One of the main sources of this is um, what's it called? One of the main sources is people like working and keeping the system going, right? And I think this is another reason why a lot of people are feeling depressed and kind of sad. Yeah, is because um, our our generation, we're kind of like, I don't know, if you're born in like the 90s, we're kind of like in the midst of it, right? Because we're kind of, I would say we're kind of the lost generation in a way. Like you have like the Gen Z, like that were kind of not born into, yeah, they was actually kind somewhat born into technology, right? And like the 90s, we still had some freedom and the technology was still coming in. So um like the 80s, they kind of saw um like things, what's it called, what's the word, like how society was like, back in the 60s, yeah, or whatever. It's like, yeah, you could go to work, you could you could buy a house, you could have a car, and people having like 5 6 kids and shit. And it's like people doing somewhat okay. And it's like right now people are literally working paycheck to paycheck, right? People are not having as many kids. Um, like from people working paycheck to paycheck and shit, um, there isn't enough money, not enough money to have um, children, right? But it's like it's hard for people because um, yeah, like the way society is right now, like like, and I've been watching a few things, and people like, there's been a lot of people. Some, it's like we are literally living in two different realms, yeah. Now you have some people that are having kids and seeing, um, kind of hopeful for the future, and then on the other hand, you have people that are not having kids and not so hopeful for the future, right? Like, because maybe out of the major cities, you'll be able to like buy a house and some land and stuff. But trying to buy a house in the city, literally, you'll work yourself into the ground from buying this, um, what's it called, not buying it, buying the house or whatever, and then you're gonna spend like the best years of your life slaving away for this house, right? And not even getting to enjoy it, if that makes sense. And like with the how society is, they want you working the best years of your life and not enjoying it. They want you to enjoy life when you're like, I think, when was it? I think it was like 2020 or something, I can't remember. But they changed the retirement age in the UK. And I think it was like 67 maybe, or something like that, I can't remember. But some people ain't even living to 67. So if you look at it, people are working till they die, basically. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, what the hell? It's so grey and cold out here. So, been like, when was it? I think it was last week. I ended up going into nature for a little bit. It's like, oh man, like everything just feels like a challenge right now. Like literally having to force myself to do anything, man. Like it's hard work. Literally, just doing the bare minimum is hard work. Yeah, right now, man. Um, so yeah, we're in really interesting and challenging times. Every, everyone's going to be feeling different things and experiencing different things, right? Um, and it's like, yeah, man, it's challenging as hell. It's challenging as hell. Um, and like the where the hell am I, man? I've gone the wrong bloody way, I think. Yeah, no, it's definitely not that way. Yeah, yeah, kind of lost the direction anyway. Um, so yeah, it's just interesting, man, because like, um, yeah, the times that we're in, like we're transitioning into this. I don't know what we're transitioning into, right? But we're in this transition, and you can feel and see how things are going, you know. Um, yeah, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know, man, but everything just feels, like, I've been saying it for the longest time now, like, everything just feels weird. Everything feels weird, like, literally, it's becoming more and more apparent that we're in a simulation. Like, yeah, like, things just don't, yeah, yeah, don't seem, not adding up, but it's just like a low budget film. And it's like just knowing how things are gonna, not knowing how everything's gonna play out, but just watching certain things unfold and all the dramas that certain, how should we say it, certain people are causing for no unnecessary reasons, and then how the power dynamic is changing. It's like what's technically what is actually happening is the power dynamic is changing um, from the minority to the minority to the majority to the majority. Like you have a small number of people that are controlling everything and they don't want to let go of what they have. But it's coming to an end, should we say? Um, and what we're seeing, we're just watching that the last bits of it play out, however long it takes. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting, man. Yeah, it's interesting. And yes, yeah, we're just in some really weird times, man. Just really weird times. So yeah, I want to be trying to upload some more videos, but it's like, yeah, I don't know, like, yeah, trying to do certain things right now is just very, um, yeah, very weird. And yeah, I'm trying to reserve the energy that I do have to do certain things and stuff like that, man. Because yeah, the energy levels are just so low right now. It's crazy. And obviously we're still in winter. Like the new year hasn't actually begun yet. So we're technically still in hibernation season, right? Um, yeah, we're still in hibernation season. So yeah, it's about kind of what's the word? The word? Yeah, still yeah, hibernating and just um resting, but for some reason I feel like I can't rest at the moment. I feel like I've got to keep going. Yeah, I don't know, so I need to um take a look at that anyway. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna hit you guys up real soon because I've got some stuff I need to sort out anyway. Um, yeah, I'm gonna hit you guys up. Make sure you guys are staying out of the way and taking care of yourselves because out here is just really mad. Yeah, out here is really crazy anyway. Speak to you soon, guys.